What do you get when you cross traditional banking with a centralized crypto exchange?
Release the Kraken!
You get the next step in the merging or the migration from old finance to new finance. We're going to take a peek into what this might look like, the latest development in DeFi, and a bit of good Tezos news. All this and more on this week's Exodus Crypto News. Welcome back, everyone. And if you're watching for the first time, I'm Chris with Exodus, and every week we cherry pick crypto news highlights and wrap them up with a nice little bow for delivery into your YouTube feed. The big news this week is that very soon, residents of 49 states, New York, will be able to use a United States bank for their everyday crypto transactions like buying groceries from the store or putting gas in their car. Wednesday morning, Kraken Exchange was awarded a license in the state of Wyoming to operate as a special purpose depository institution, which really just means a bank that can hold custody over digital assets, operate payment systems such as issuing debit cards, and provide frictionless on and off ramps for fiat and crypto. Now, if you're thinking you'll just be able to walk into a branch of Kraken Financial, you'll be a bit disappointed because this type of bank is different than a community bank in what's categorized as a custody bank. So while you can't go through the drive-through ATM, Kraken Financial will now provide services which they used to use third parties for, now in-house. What Kraken Financial cannot do is issue loans, and the license requires them to hold 100% of its assets in reserve in transparent, auditable accounts. There's a lot more meat to this story, and I'm including a link for some resources in the description if you would like to know more. As an interesting aside from this report, the Wyoming Division of Banking says that they're currently working with 6 other companies who are currently applicants or potential applicants for this same license. Although I'm personally an advocate for financial sovereignty and moving away from custodial solutions, this move is bullish for crypto because it will help increase mainstream adoption. And once crypto is mainstream, it will truly be unstoppable. Kind of appropriate that the first out of the gate is named Kraken. Are crypto exchanges the banks of the future, or will traditional banks catch up and support crypto? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Uniswap, not to be outdone by community upstart Sushi Swap, issued its own community governance token on Wednesday night called Uni. And the Uni token was quickly picked up for trading on Binance and Coinbase. A governance token allows holders to vote on network and project proposals, and they're all the new rage in DeFi. The Urine Finance token, for example, is currently trading at over $30,000. Our friends over at Dcrip made the analogy of a governance token being like a loyalty program mixed with company shares. Uni token was slated for launch early next year, but seems to have accelerated its plans in direct response to the Sushi Swap fork, which split because the creators said Uniswap was too centralized. This move by Uniswap put more control in the hands of the people who use the protocol most. Here's the breakdown. Uni is capped at 1 billion tokens over the next 4 years. 60% will be distributed to Uniswap community members for participating in the platform. 21.5% will go to Uniswap employees, and the remaining 18.5% will be reserved for investors and advisors. The initial distribution on Wednesday was 150 million tokens, airdropped to wallet addresses which were active on the platform before September 1st. As an unfortunate side effect of the popularity of this particular token, the ETH network ground to a halt Wednesday evening as the gas prices to send a transaction on the ETH network reached the 3rd all-time high in the last month and topped out at about 650 gwei. That equals about $5 to make a transaction. Omar Baum from Crypto News said on Twitter, "That's it. Uni broke Ethereum. It's officially the new CryptoKitties." What's your take here? Is the DeFi governance token the new ICO in different clothes, or is this really the beginning of something bigger based on completely permissionless transactions? Join the conversation and share your thoughts below. It's no secret that many central banks around the world are looking to the blockchain to create their own central bank digital currencies, affectionately known as Cbdc. We did a short piece last week about MasterCard opening up a testing sandbox for just this purpose. And this week, news dropped from France's Société Générale, a French startup formed by a multinational investment bank, that they have chosen none other than Tezos as the French national Cbdc experiment. Tezos is a decentralized public blockchain with plenty of speed and a proof-of-stake governance model. And a premier Tezos developer, Nomadic Labs, happens to also be based in Paris. The French government has been at the forefront of developing a national Cbdc since late 2019 and wants to be first out of the gate with a working product. Whoever is first here will have a tremendous advantage in the adoption game as worldwide finances move to the blockchain. The SEC made news last week when they changed a long-standing rule governing who is considered a, quote, accredited investor, qualified to purchase the riskier, unregistered securities and private equity sales offered in the United States. SEC Chairman Jay Clayton stated that, quote, for the first time, individuals will be permitted to participate in our private capital markets, not only based on their income or net worth, but also based on established, clear measures of financial sophistication. In other words, it's no longer necessary to show a $1 million net worth or a consistent income exceeding $200,000 in order to achieve accredited status. Citizens can now qualify as accredited investors based on certain professional certifications, designations, or credentials. This change alone is not expected to dramatically shift the people purchasing unregistered stocks and securities. The rules are not in place yet, and more details are forthcoming. But from my point of view, this is a clear step in the right direction. It shows that the SEC is capable of adjusting its guidelines formed generations ago for protection during the devastation of the Great Depression to serve the investing public. Overall, this action from the SEC is evidence of a more flexible approach towards unregulated investments than we saw in 2017 and 2018. At that time, the SEC issued a major ruling that a $100 million ICO called the DAO did in fact constitute a security offering, causing great fear and doubt amongst blockchain investors that other projects and blockchain markets would also be affected by the same regulation. This restrictive ruling, along with strong enforcement actions against new crypto projects selling tokens to US citizens, were a major force in putting the brakes on the overall crypto market during an era of rapid expansion. All these stories point to the bright future crypto has as we emerge from our age of obscurity. And finally, Exodus has some news of its own. Click the link above to subscribe to the Exodus newsletter, where you'll receive crypto articles and the latest Exodus highlights delivered straight to your inbox. That's all the news that fits for today. Thanks for joining us for the ride, and please share your thoughts about any of this week's stories in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more crypto videos from Exodus. Until next time, hold on.